we trust on Radio 1.
Listen.
Trust Radio 1 to bring you the best new music from across the UK and from around the world.
Listen.
Trust us to be your guide to everything you need to know about music.
In new music, we trust on Radio 1.
In new music, we trust on Radio 1. Now, Rob the Bank and friends.
Bonjour mes amis and welcome or bienvenue to Rob the Bank et mes amis. This morning it's a French special, as you may be able to tell, or maybe you thought that was Japanese or German with my appalling accent. But yeah, really chuffed to be flying across the channel to Paris and Toulouse, where we've got Fred Falke up first and then Pedro Winter. So the double-decker, we've pit two leading DJs over against each other. They've got 1 hour each to battle it out and see who wins. First up, we've got Fred Falke. Comment ça va?
Ça va, I can see you speak perfect French.
Ah oui, monsieur, très bien. You wouldn't believe that I actually did a French degree and used to live in France, but I think my accent is slightly rusty. So really pleased to have Fred Falke on the show. Been a massive fan of your records for years now. So we finally get Mr. Falke in a 60-minute mix. Now you were just telling me you're actually residing in the UK at the moment. You're in Kent.
Yes, I'm in Kent, working at the Xenomania studios, writing, producing songs, and I spend some days here, then I move back to France in my own studio and work with other artists, doing remixes and my own stuff as well.
Okay, so you first sort of came to a lot of people's attention with your collaboration with Alan Brack's Intro, which was still is a huge record. I mean, I think a lot of UK DJs still play that in their set if they're kind of having a bit of a bad moment on the dance floor and everyone's kind of threatening to leave. Get Intro out, and it's still just a classic. How did you come up with that track?
It was done very quick, and not remember exactly, but in a few days, I think.
Yeah.
It was the first release on Alan Brack's label, Vulture. I mean, at first, we just did the track. It's really a raw track when you listen to it, and we did it. We liked this kind of rawness to it. We didn't think about, how it's going to be, if people are going to like the track or not. We both wanted to have something that we like, and we just put it that way, and it works.
Yeah, no, totally. I mean, it was kind of golden years of that whole sort of French disco house scene with Stardust and all that, and it's kind of coming back full circle now, isn't it? I mean, there's a lot of new artists on the scene, of course, from Paris, but also, the likes of you, Alan Brack, everything that Busy P's doing with his label and stuff. There's a lot of good stuff coming out of Paris at the moment.
Yes, Headbanger is a great label. I think there are plenty of very good artists over there.
Cool. And you're king of the bass line, basically. I mean, some of the bass lines from Intro onwards, you always, the bass line is a big thing for you, and you used to be, well, you still are a bass player, and when you DJ, you actually play live bass lines over your sets, don't you?
Yeah, totally. In fact, when I was thinking about the live setup I wanted to use, I wanted to use the bass for sure, because I spent many years as a bass player in bands, and I quite miss being on stage with the bass line, the bass guitar, and playing live. It's really something I really love. So yeah, I've with a friend of mine, we thought about how to be able to bring the bass live in a DJ booth, and playing clubs, and that's what I'm doing.
So you're kind of combining being a rock star and a DJ at the same time, killing two birds with one stone, as they say over here in England. Okay, Fred. Well, thanks for joining me. Could you just tell us a little bit about what's in your mix over the next hour?
Some of the latest remixes I did. I've also included many tracks that are just unreleased tracks and stuff. I like to do is, for example, use a loop for a track that I love, and turn it into a kind of a dance track. And there are like four or five tracks that are exclusive for this mix. I like to do this because it makes every kind of makes unique, you know. I think it's I like this idea.
Brilliant, man. We're looking forward to it. So the girls and boys at home are about to get infected with the bass heavy sound of Fred Falke. So thanks very much. Enjoy Kent and keep eating the British food, and we'll speak to you very soon.
Yeah, okay.
Cheers, Fred. Au revoir. Au revoir.
Rob the Bank and friends.
Will they change what they've done? Yeah, I must die, cold and shunned by the sun. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey,